Cool. Today, gonna keep working on the projects. Um, Let me see something. Yeah, it looks like everything's working. So yesterday we worked on the inflation calculator. Well, we worked on a lot of things. Like we were running cloud code. I burned through a lot of credits very quickly, so I decided to upgrade to Cloud Max. It seems like that's the way to go. Like if you actually want to use this, I think that's maybe the only viable way for any length of time, really. Um, so my plan is just to keep doing what I'm doing. Basically, every time I start up a day, I usually open the list of things we're going to do in each project. So I have the text file here, which is what we did yesterday. And I'm specifically working on probably these two today, so that there's a Jaylen.ai is like a job assistant thing, and then the inflation calculator is a very simple iOS app. Sorry, I'm gonna take a swig of this. But yeah, it's like a very simple iOS app, and we're gonna add kind of so the target user or the person who is using that app. There's about 30,000 users there, but most of them are pretty much all of them are free users. So the goal here is to try to monetize the people who are not free. And I think the best way to do this is to focus on the target demographic, which is older folks. So I was thinking it's going to be a more nostalgic thing for them because they look at, for example, what was a soda when I was a kid or something like this. That seems to be kind of what they're doing with it. So we're going to create like a little timeline scrolling thing where you can scroll and it will show you like, hey, this is what it costs. All these things that you might remember, gas, milk, whatever. Maybe some relevant things at that time. So I created this text file because I was IDing with AI for a while. I got this text file like what I wanted in the feature. This one, yeah, we'll just try to implement all of it in one go, I think. So let me go ahead and open that. And we did open the simulator. So this is what the app currently looks like. It's extremely simple, but as you can see, it's kind of nice. Like it has some sound effects and things, and um, it's kind of intuitive to use, I think. But mostly it's simple, right? It's like anyone can really figure out how this is operating. So let's go ahead and try. I mean, the only thing I see with this that's a problem is if we have a fun fact thing, it does kind of take away from the simple UI aspect. Like you'll have to make the text smaller. Let me think. Where else could you put it? I mean, you could maybe put it in the gap here. It won't be uh, too invasive. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this one in cursor though. So let's start up a thing. So inflation calc. I'd like you to implement what's in. Let me move these chords. Try not to spill the drink everywhere. Okay. What's in actually implements? Number one, try to come up way, keep the UI extremely clean. This app is supposed to be extremely simple. I think while I'm doing this, I might upgrade my Whisper Flow, unless it's, do I have any more credits? Let me check. No, I don't. Excuse me. For some reason, Anthropic sent me like a million emails about Cloud Max. Don't really know. Okay. Scribe. Cool. I got it. So I think this app is supposed to be extremely simple UI, UX. I think that's it for this particular request. So basically what it's going to do here is, as you can see, this app's really simple, but there's going to be a tab at the bottom. Or like right now there'll be like two tabs, I guess. One for the historical time, whatever you would call it, time traveling almost. And then the default, which is like the home page, something like this. Let's see. I'm a little backwards because I switched the location of my monitors. Okay, there we go. I actually haven't tested this with Swift yet, so it might be interesting. I guess while this is running, we try to fix the other problem we were running into. So it was related to this being an image. It couldn't extract out stuff. I think I'm just going to try a docx just to check if it's working at all. So sample resume docx. Okay, I'll just paste some job description. Okay, let's try it now. All right, I have to change, I realize I have to change the API key again, I think. Let me check what the error was though. Yeah. So I'll do that on another screen. Oh, it actually is this API key. Interesting. So it appears to be some other error. Let me check. So here it is. I kind of doubt that's the error. Let me check. I'm gonna run it again real quick. Oh, I see. I accidentally didn't go to my localhost. Okay, now we should at least have the error in the in cursor. I'm not going to do it in this chat because that was for the inflation calculator. What do I call it again? Job sync. I should change the name. Please fix. Model appears to be incorrect. Okay, so the other task we were running with the inflation calculator appears to be done. So I need to restart it, I believe. Or build and run it, Xcode. Oh, looks like I got an error here. I will feed this. There we go. Okay, so we have a new model here. Let's go ahead and see if that works. Okay, let's see. Oh, I may need to restart. That's true. That is true. Let me try that. Okay. Same error here, so I'm gonna send that one again. Let me see if the fixed thing in Xcode. This is my first time trying these models with Swift, so I wonder if it'll be any good. This is my first time streaming. I think I'm streaming to Twitter. Oh, I did it run. Build succeeded. Oh, interesting. It did run. But I don't see any changes. Maybe let's try putting in something. So let's see. Oh, I already did upgrade, so let me check why that's doing that. Let me sign out, sign back in. I think that's the problem. Okay, so right now there are no changes that are being seen when changing the numbers. Try to figure out when it's changing the current app. Also, there should be a tab at the bottom, and that isn't visible. So like, you should implement all the features there. That looks like the screen froze. Hold on. There we go. Okay, let me check if the job thing is working now. Okay, it looks like it's the same error probably, but let's double check. I think I did stash the changes that fixed this problem. So I'm just gonna unstash it and figure out what that was. Job sync AI. Okay. So I'm going to git stash apply. I think I'm gonna get a merge conflict on the this file. Okay, interesting. So I think this is the one we need. Oh no, it's because it didn't actually change it. So hold on. I'm gonna keep it this one and then git stash apply. Okay, so that works. So what I'm going to do now is copy this because we know this works. Git stash. And then change this again to this. Okay, cool. So that might work now. Hey, Arush, how's it going? It's been a long time. Well, we know it's loading now, so that's good. Okay, cool. Well, at least we know a good part of this is working then, if it is at least doing this. It just doesn't work on images. It did subtract a credit, which is good. Let me try a cover letter. I think instead of working on the because there's two things we could work on. We could either work on the making it support just any image, but I think most people have a PDF or docx, so I'm probably not going to do that. I'm going to work on the auto apply stuff. We started yesterday using this API called JSearch, and that's what we're probably going to use for the getting the job. I'm not really sure if JSearch will be any good though, because it's it literally just came out, so I guess we'll see if it's viable. Otherwise we'll have to find another one. Okay, I'm gonna check what, oh, actually, this one we should stop. And so it finished changes on the iOS app, so let's go ahead and check that. I'm gonna rerun it. Let's see, is it still launching? Oh, the build failed. Okay. So I'm gonna copy the error there. I guess let's switch to 4.5. Oh, nice, man. That's cool. Are you what are you graduating in? Major congrats. If anyone's wondering, yes, I am washing down an energy drink with coffee. Very healthy activity. Okay, so let's see if that fixed that. If it didn't, I might conclude that these models aren't very good with Swift because like this is the only task we've tried so far with this. And I remember last time it had a real tough time. I guess that was 6 months ago doing Swift, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same. Okay, well, actually we have some things. Oh, nice. Great. All right. I mean, very bare bones, but at least it did something. So I'm going to tell it to, what does this do? Okay, that's nothing. Nice. Yeah, that's a good thing. I also graduated comp sci, so we're part of the same club. Let me see if I can make this look nicer, but still not very impressive UI. Any way that this UI can be made cleaner, and also make it so, like, implement the, what did they call it? Please implement the memory lane feature and have it available. So for now, don't worry about making it paid or not. Just make it available so we can try it out. Also, please remove the did you know fun facts, because just remove it from the UI for now. Excuse me. I'm working on a few things. I'm working on like an AI investment analyst thing. I'm kind of excited about it. I'll show you. I'm not working on it right this second because I wanted to focus on some of the projects, some other projects for a little bit. But let me pull it up here. Just make sure I'm running it. Okay, I'm running it. So let me pull it up. So the idea is like, okay, every day, if you're interested in the stock market, right, it's just going to send you this analysis every day, kind of give you a brief overview, what's going on, and you can customize your newsletter. But the interesting part about this is like, you can plug in like your own portfolio, and AI will analyze it, and you can basically, it's going to be something you can really customize. So you can go into your profile and explain. And I'm not really totally sure if I really think people are going to explain like their investment philosophy or something like that, but there might be a bunch of presets that people can click. And so keep it really simple, right? They can just click different ideas. So a bunch of presets. And they can experiment. They can go to the AI portfolio and see their what it comes up with, I think, is interesting. Like it comes up with like a bunch of news on all your positions. So I think it's like if someone's like managing their investment portfolio, it could be kind of an interesting tool. I think I'm going to call it like a financial copilot or something. And so, yeah, that's something I work on. And then I'm working on this jobs thing, which is like The end goal of it is that you can auto apply easily. There are other services like this, but this one's going to be just a bit more comprehensive. Like I've tried the other ones, but they're not super good in my opinion. So I'll just kind of improve here and there on it, and then I guess it'll come down to marketing, which I have very little experience in. So that'll be interesting. If anyone does, let me know. Need someone to market. I feel like you can build so many things, but how do you actually get people to see it? Okay, I'm gonna check the simulator again. Okay, I need to run it. I always forget with Xcode. I wonder if there's any plugin or something to auto run it. Xcode basically crashed my computer yesterday. I was like trying to stream. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just delete this stream, man. Like, it crashed really quickly in the stream. All right, this is really basic, extremely basic. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use AI for this, because if I'm going to work on this, it doesn't seem to, at least with iOS apps. Wait, now that I think about it, that explains why this app is still doing okay. Like, people are actually buying it, because like it seems like AI is really bad at Swift for some reason. Oh, but there's a way to get around this to some extent, maybe. Well, maybe not actually. Hold on, let me think. I was thinking, what if we generated like a front end, like, I don't know, Next.js, something of the app that we wanted, and we asked AI to convert the code into Swift. Maybe it would be more effective at coding in Swift that way. It's possible. I think it's worth a shot, right? All right, so I'm going to create a new, because this is a really simple app, right? Like, it's probably, I don't know, 5K lines maybe. It's just not really a lot going on. There's no back end. It's just the currencies aren't even, it's not even API, it's just stored sex. So I think, yeah, I'll try that. And then we'll try to make the changes in Next.js, and then we'll, or just, you know, React or whatever, not Next.js, but, and then we'll convert it back to Swift once we've made all the changes that we want. So let me create a new agent. So create a new project within inflation calculator. Essentially duplicate the whole app, inflation calc app, in a React project. Let me see, comment Arush. Yeah, it's also really bad with Android. Oh yeah, that's true. I tried it 6 months ago. I haven't tried it recently. But it's good to know that it still sucks at that. Why is that? You'd think it would be really good, right? I mean, there's like tons of Java, like everywhere. Why would it be bad at that? I kind of get Swift, right? I mean, Swift is not like the best ecosystem, like the whole, I mean, the fact that you have to basically use Xcode, it's like, but like you'd think like an Android app, right? Like the models would be really good at that. I don't really get it. But then again, right? Maybe you could try this strategy of, well, not for anything complex actually. The only reason we can do what we're about to do is just because this particular app is really simple. I doubt you can't do anything too crazy here. Let me end this chat because it's still running for some reason. Why is it still running? Delete. Anti-gravity is cool, but it's really early stage because you can't. Well, first of all, you get rate limited really quickly, and if it kept freezing, so like it just keep crashing for me. Once you're rate limited, you can't do anything either. So you can't put in like an API key. You can't even pay to use more, which is strange. You're just done. They're like, you can't use our product anymore. Sorry. It's like, okay. It's like, take my money. But overall, it's cool. I mean, at first, when I first tried it, because I took like a long break, right? I was like, anti-gravity, this is really cool. I like that they have this agents feature. But then I realized Cursor had also added this in that time. So yeah, I don't really know what is new that's that interesting. So yeah, that's my opinion. Yeah, I guess I'm using create next. I mean, this is bad, obviously. I'm just doing this as a test. Because the goal is to see if this will be better. If it is better, then maybe I can really advance this app. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it as it is for another year or so. Exactly what I did with the Android app, because I don't want to waste time like programming this app if I feel like a year from now the models will be good enough to do Swift. It's like, let's say I spend like a week. It's like, well, I could have been doing something else. Let's see. Expo is better for coding mobile apps. Oh, that's great to know, actually. Thank you. That's actually really good information. It's really good, because that's what we're trying to figure out. Like, the code works. Cool. Yeah, that's good to know. I guess is it because there's lots of training data on that or something? I wonder why it would be good at that, but not Android just natively. It's kind of strange. But I'll put that, note that down. I might try that too. Maybe I'll experiment a little bit like offline as well. Like I'm gonna run this little experiment here, but then I'll also try with maybe Expo, see what that ends up being. Is an IDE like Cursor? Yeah, it's an IDE like Cursor. It's basically exactly the same, just a few changes here and there. I do like the feature you can, create agents in different workspaces easily, but you can do that here too. So I don't know. I don't really see too much benefit. But with that said, I do like that cool tongue, by the way. Interesting. Made me lose my train of thought. Hello, sore emotions. It's React code. So gotcha. I guess that makes sense, right? Like everything we've been doing has been React, so. Okay, guess it's running into errors, which is not too surprising there. Let me quickly open the project. Yeah, I agree. Anti-gravity is definitely work in progress. But oh, right, I remember what I was gonna say. This is like I like that having multiple of these because when you run out of money on one, like let's say you're buying the subscription, you just switch to another, you know, gain the VC money or whatever. Yesterday I used Cloud Code without subscription, and that was kind of a mistake because I burned through like $20 really quickly. So whatever. Swift and dark code doesn't have much open source code. Doesn't have much to train. Right. That makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, like all the websites on the internet, right? Like all of that is you can access essentially. So that's a lot of training data. It's all exposed for the most part. Okay, I'm gonna try running this just to see. Okay, so it installed dev. Okay, cool. Let's go check it out. I'm sure it's not going to look great to start, but oh, it actually not too bad, I guess. Doesn't quite look the same, but you can get AI to code a Swift app, but you're spending a lot of time going back and forth. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and that's exactly like I tried to make a small change, but alas, this is what it came up with on the feature. So it's just like a list of text, which is not super good. Okay, so I'm going to ask it to create the tabs here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to try probably your approach, which is use Expo to build this app. I guess then the benefit is I can put it on, but not only will AI be better at making it, but I can also put it on the Android store as well. So I'll probably put a pin in this one for now. Probably put a node here. So in our project, our inflation calculator project, it's kind of like funny in a way that the dumbest project is the one that actually people are using. Like this inflation calculator one is, there's 30,000 users. I'm like, what? It's so stupid. So it's just simple utility, but you know, whatever. So we'll switch to Expo and rebuild it. Also, if you run into issues, I use Exa MCP. That's better for code research. Interesting. I haven't had any luck with MCPs. I've tried a lot of them, so I will note it down. Because I would like to have a positive experience. Vibe coding should never have a bad vibe. Looks good. Huh. Okay. Interesting. It's like is it like a double check? I'll bookmark it and check it out later. A lot of people are just looking for a single app that works without bloat and ads everywhere. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Also, I think one thing I find annoying is the subscription stuff, where it's like everything is a subscription. So like even really simple apps. So I don't think I'm going to do that with this app. It's just going to be very simple. I just morally against it. I'm fine with subscriptions, but not for like simple, really simple stuff. You see that more with iOS apps and stuff. Like definitely there's a, like, I think they feel like the iOS users have money or something. So they're just trying to get at you. But in some ways we should be glad, right? Like that AI is not quite good at least native development for mobile. I mean, maybe we have a little bit of time. Maybe that's what we should focus on, right? Like if AI is not good at native developments and we find like an area like, hey guys, you know, you can use Expo, but not everyone knows that. Like it could be maybe a little bit of time. Although granted, there is some like mobile app saturation, right? Like there's been like what, like a decade and a half of apps coming out. So I don't really know like how many more utility apps you can make. That's all right. I think I'm gonna work on this Jaylen auto apply thing. I created so we have 2 in the project section. This is the actual, like the app so far, and this is, I'm calling it the auto apply engine. So it'll be a separate service. It doesn't have to be, but I guess I just want to segment it that way. I mean, I might combine it. I don't know. Okay, but so I think yesterday what I did is I set up this like simple little front end here, but I think I ran it and it didn't open anything. So let me see why. I'll just ask it to first create like a little test file to make sure the API is working. Oh, I have Whisperflow now, so I can ask instead. Can you create a little test file and, to test this JSearch API for jobs? Just make it something I can run and verify that the API is returning stuff. So this project is called Jaylen, and that's it, I think. Oh, hey, V ready? V, oh, I remember you, yeah. I did go offline, yeah. Got a bit distracted. Yeah, I was working on the animation thing, and I think I am still gonna work on it. I have it here in the projects. It's a lot of fun to work on, but I totally acknowledge that it's very easy to just work on things that are fun. That you know, you can't probably sell. Granted, this AFK AI thing, I think, gets a little bit of traffic. So I think I might work on it just for fun, right? Like, I don't know if anyone would ever really pay for that stuff. So maybe like 30% of the time. Oh, hey, Jojo. How's it going? I remember you guys. It's funny, you guys all still here. It's awesome. Cool. Glad to hear. Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming regularly now, probably every day, just in the mornings, mostly. I don't know. I just kind of stream all the like whenever I have time. Standing out, being polished. There are thousands of dating apps, right? I actually have some ideas for dating apps. I think it should be more fun, right? It should be a game. You know, you think of like The Bachelor or something. I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm saying like people like it's more of a game, maybe because like dating apps right now are really stale, right? You just like match with people, but it's really stupid. Like, what if it's like you're playing a game with each other, but it's like a social game, some kind of thing, and then you can match with people after the game. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but there, like you said, there's so many dating apps. Who knows if that would be an interesting thing. Let me change the song here. I don't know how we got on this. This isn't my song. I wouldn't admit even if it was my song. I'll just play some chill step. What's your approach? My approach is what is my approach? I think my approach is just to ask a lot of questions to the AI, and it does stuff. Yeah, and that usually works pretty well. Like, I'd say that's it's just a loop of me asking, and then I guess eventually, if I get stuck, then I reset the code, and I start from a place that I knew was working, and I start asking questions again. That's pretty much it. And it's a fun thing. I enjoy it. To me, this is kind of like a hobby. Just gonna work on projects. It's kind of not really too much work, I would say. I don't know how you guys feel about it. That's kind of how I feel about it. It's like I feel like programming before was like, obviously still a lot of programming is like if you're doing frontier work. But if you're just making some prototypes and stuff, you can just do this. It's kind of fun. Or even a production thing, if you put in the work. Oh, what's my approach to the applying to jobs thing? Oh yeah, I must have missed your previous message. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you tried to make an auto apply app too, but stopped every other website. It's a format for filling it up. Yes. I think I see what you're saying here. Because you're saying every website, first of all, these job websites don't want you to scrape, right? Like for the most part, like LinkedIn, etc. But also you're saying every job site has a different like format and things like this. Yeah, I think my general approach will be, excuse me, sorry, drinking too much energy drink. But my general approach will be just focus on a few really popular ones. I have a Chrome extension with this. So I think the general idea is the user will have to download this Chrome extension. Then the Chrome extension will be the thing responsible for filling out the form. But for the auto apply specifically, that's going to be like a headless browser or something, right? Like they don't have to control it, but it will be on the back end there, and it will run through the links, put in the user provided info on just a few select sites. But you're right? The fundamental problem is that there are a lot of sites that have different. You're going to have to script every single one, and you're going to have to be a little bit careful about how you do that, right? I mean, I actually have to do a little bit of research into how far can you really go with some of that stuff. Like, obviously, there's some legality things in terms of scraping and automating those like form filling forms. So I guess that's the question, right? I need to, but that would be the goal. I think even if I can't actually sell this, it's kind of useful for me. So I'll use it just for fun. And it's fine. So what you did, oh, you already did this. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so we can talk about this then. Like, what did you run into? So you made the extension. Extension will take your resume, gather all form fields. It's exactly what I'm doing. I mean, I have the part where, they can upload the resume and all that stuff. I mean, maybe you could tell me a little bit about what you kind of ran into when you were like scripting the websites for the actual auto apply. Well, here's what I know, right? Like just thinking about it, there are sites like this that exist. I see like 10 different ones. I tried them. They work reasonably well. I figure, hey, these guys can do it. So it's got to be possible one way or another. Can't be. The form fields are hard to gather. I see. I wonder, yeah, it maybe depends what websites you're using, right? So I'd be curious, like, I might start with Workday, because that one is the most annoying to apply to, because every single time you got to fill out the stupid prior work experience stuff, even though I submitted the resume. It's like, why do I have to do that manually? It's like they're trying to get me not to apply. I don't understand. So even if I just automate that, I'll be happy. But yeah, anyways. What was I even doing, man? I can't even remember. Sidetracked. Okay, so I opened the Jaylen auto apply. All right, I was going to check. I actually already ran the chat, so it's over here. Okay, great. So I created the file. Let's go ahead and test it out if that API we added works. Okay, we have a syntax error. Oh, excuse me. You tried it with direct company job portals like Amazon, Deloitte. So was it because they all had different forms? I guess what was this? Was it maybe that I know sometimes like it's hard to grab like an elements because they don't use any class names and stuff like that. So you have to like do a bunch of really wacky selection kind of stuff. I remember doing that with Selenium when it's like really weird, like that maybe it's like randomly generated IDs or something like this every time. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a little bit tough. What you have to do there is you have to come up with the format of the page to select it, and you got to like say, hey, within this div and this A and like the exact format, and try to find a unique way. And the problem with that, of course, is it's very brittle, right? So if they ever change it, you have to go and fix it. So it is kind of annoying. So yeah, that happens sometimes. I bet they do that on purpose. I might start with one that's like Workday, where they probably, I mean, if they can't do really basic things, then they're probably not making it too hard for me to select the, because like I said, I think they're doing that on purpose. They don't want people scripting the site. So they put, randomly generated shit in. Okay, so let me test this again. Is it because it's putting in emoji or something? Oops. I did not want to send that. I'm I'm gonna switch to Gemini. It's less emoji happy. Yeah, it's like, I should put that in the cursor rule. No emojis. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Is that the file, right file name? Not sure. No emojis. Whatever. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. Okay. So I need to run this as instead of running it as Python, I just put Python 3 after. Okay, that just means we gotta install the stuff. Or I mean, I haven't activated the venv, which is why. So what is it? Source venv and activate that. All right, cool. I'm glad it didn't print my whole API key. Sometimes it does that, like it logs my stuff. So did I get anything, or testing remote, jobs filter? Oh, okay, here it is. Cool, yeah, so that works. I'm gonna check the apply URL, see if that's a valid URL. That's a good start. Okay. Okay, that one was legit. So it looks like this one, looks like it might, we have to assume that it's is not necessarily 100% accurate. Okay, that one's not there either. Don't allow that. Okay, so that one didn't work either. Looks like a lot of them don't. I don't know about this API, man. I might switch because I'm gonna first ask it to try to get a lot more jobs so that way we can test how many are actually valid, the links. Because I need to use the links, right, for the auto apply. So if 90% are invalid, it's not ideal. Can you print a lot more jobs? Try to print maybe 15 to 20 jobs in different locations. The main goal of this test should be to give me a bunch of apply links. I have a feeling the AI won't be super good until 15 years when they're standing makes stupid mistakes. Oh yeah, refactors, bro. I totally agree with the new models. Even with refactoring, I tried to refactor just 2,000 line file, and it really sucks. So it's been like that this whole time. Anytime you have to refactor a large file, I think the key is you just have to avoid files getting that large to where you need a refactor. You just have to kind of be monitoring it a little bit. But yeah, I totally agree. Cursor was opening browser pages. Good for debugging. Oh, I see. Opening. Oh, right. Yeah, I think I saw that too. Anti-gravity definitely does that. It records the screen and actually controls the browser too. If you install the extension, like it clicks around and validates things are working, which is kind of neat. But whether that's that cool, I don't know. Maybe one day it'll be super cool. GPT-5 is very good. Large code bases and large files. Okay, yeah, I'll give GPT-5 a try then. I guess, have you noticed, Jojo, like, GPT-5, have you noticed like particular things it's better at? for me, I've noticed like Opus 4.5 is really good. Gemini 3 is really good, like a big step up. So I'm just curious, like, did you find like some tasks were much better? I guess maybe you're saying in the large code bases, GPT-5 is better. So maybe worth a shot. I haven't really worked yet. I don't know if I'd classify the Jaylen.ai as a large code base, but actually no, I did AFK AI, which I would classify as like 100,000 lines. So that's reasonably large, and it seemed to do a pretty good job. It was annoying, so I gave up for now, taking a break. Yeah, I did that too. I kind of figured like when I took a break, like, hey, I mean, 6 months from now, I didn't plan for 6 months, but I was thinking like a few months from now, the models will be much better anyway. So it's like right now, it still requires a lot of work. So if I just wait for a little bit, it'll probably save me a lot of time. You know, anyways, like once I come back, I can be able to make a lot more progress quickly. It's almost like, how would you even say that? It's almost like deflating currency or something. Like it's like, I don't want to spend all my time now because in the future, this is going to take way less time. So 5.1 isn't really good, as they said. I don't know. I have no opinion on that. I haven't really tried 5.1 enough, but I believe you. Okay, so I think it updated the script. Let me go ahead and try it out. Pause the music for a little bit. Okay, good. So we have a good amount of jobs here. Let me go through and just start clicking. I guess I could have made the script validate the links too, but that's okay. I could have tried to do that. Okay, that looks legit. Okay, cool. All right, cool. These links seem to be working. I wonder if maybe the other one was because we had a location. I think it was like Maryland or something. It's like no software engineers there or something. So could be why. Cool. Yeah, these seem to all be working. The only problem with some of these is this. Oh, well, it's LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is notorious. It'd be very hard to script that. So I think LinkedIn links you have to kind of ignore. Hopefully, yeah, we'll get to the points. Oh, Gemini 3. I don't want to miss any messages here. Gemini 3 is so great. Especially works. Oh, interesting. Some other people said that too on Twitter, that Gemini 3 doesn't really listen. Like, I haven't really noticed that myself. Wonder why I don't notice that. Oh, the rate limit thing. Is that because are you in like anti-gravity or something? Where are you using it? Because in Cursor, I'm not really getting rate limited on Gemini 3. Hopefully, I will get to a point. It's easy to make an app. Opus cuts. Honestly, I mean, it's getting there, right? I mean, it definitely a huge improvement since 6 months. Like, I'm definitely doing a lot less programming, I feel like, even just 6 months ago. So cool. See you, Jojo. Feeling but yeah, sure. I'll see you tomorrow if you are here. Is this app for software engineering jobs or all jobs? I guess for now, just software engineering. But you make a good point. Maybe I should not just do that. I think I'll just build out the proof of concept for software engineers, and then I can expand it later. Okay, so this is good. We have a list of jobs. Now the next step is to create that front end that I'm going to kind of evaluate whether this API we're going to stick with or not. But I think it looks good so far. Okay, can you make some improvements to the front end? It should be fairly sophisticated. Like it should show all the available jobs in maybe 5 different regions, and it should cache this stuff, right? So once it gets it from the API, it should store it in SQLite or something, and update maybe once a day. So put that in the back end, but yeah, the front end should be fairly sophisticated for seeing the current jobs in different regions. For now, just do like 4 regions: Seattle, San Francisco, New York City, Austin. Because it's just for software engineers, then you're only covering. Yeah, exactly. You're right. I think you're right. I will expand it once it works with software engineers. But the only reason I'm doing software engineers to start is I'm familiar with them, but I can easily add more. I'm not on the I'm just on the $20 plan for Cursor. As you can see, I'm already at 93% of my limit. So gotta probably figure out what I'm gonna do there at some point. I did decide to do Cloud Max though, because I do like it. Cool. Wait, did it actually do it? Okay, it's still going. I'm gonna check something real quick. Right, we were gonna do one more thing with this other thing, this other very specific language, this other project, the AI analyst one, which was add a new customization to the newsletter, which will include the portfolio news. It should use the same what's in the portfolio news tab. I think I'll just run this one on the side. Don't store it twice. My brain. What is the name of the... Okay, cool. And that's it. Have you tried to use Cloud Desktop with Cloud Code? I actually haven't tried that. I've just been using the terminal. Do you like the cloud desktop? I might give that a shot. So why not? I feel like it's gonna take me a little bit to get up to date. Once again. Okay, I think it finished the UI. Okay, so I will check it. How do I even... How do I... Or what's the endpoint? Yeah, let me look at a picture real quick. Let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Oh, it's just served at the... I believe it is running. Let's check it out. Okay, I don't see anything. Let me check if there's an error. If you use the terminal, I use Warp from my new terminal. It's way better. It's on Windows. Well, great. Let me check that out. It is a little annoying, all these windows. I think the most annoying thing about it is like, I have to remember which ones on each project. So like when I open Cloud Code, it'd be nice if maybe this was highlighted. But then once I start getting into it, then I don't have what project it is. So like, it'd be nice if it was like maybe up here or something. No chains can hold this rebel strike. Spark ignites where dreams collide. Okay, it says it fixed the blank page issue. Let's check it out. If that's a true thing. The world's alive, I won't obey. Something I found works really well is saying the term drastic, or saying drastic approach. For some reason that fixes it usually. Oh yeah, I forgot to look up Warp. Yeah, let me check it out. Does it work on Mac? Oh, that's cool, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. So that's how I'd be switching in between instead of having a bunch. I like that better, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna download that. Thank you, Find Destiny. That's why we do that's why we stream. A lot of good advice. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, refresh. Still no. Let me just make sure it's running. It should be, but You never know. Oh, maybe it's not. That would explain it. Because I don't see it. Then
no chains can hold this rebel stride. A spark ignites where dreams collide.
oh yeah, no module found. Source. Oh.
The world's alive, I won't obey. Through the roar I find my call.
Okay, not really sure. I'm gonna plug it in.
Never small I take.
Coding agent is good, and they will index the project. That's cool. I kind of wish like Cloud Code had a little bit more caching or like smart token use, because it's so easy to just use way too much. Like you have to kind of plan. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's starting. Let's see if it's here now. That's what I typed in, right? Oh, what the heck. Cool, okay. So it loaded a decent looking UI here. Some sort of cores thing or something. Use Warp to start your apps and not the cursor terminal, since they open so many terminals. That makes a ton of sense. Yeah, because like how the heck am I supposed to keep track of this? It's just a lot. It's very messy. Especially if you have a ton running at the same time. Did it actually fix it? No, I think it just said it's going to. It's going to fix it.
Feet on fire, I trace the edge. Wild winds howl as echoes crash.
Cool. Let's check it out.
Underneath the full moon.
Oh, nice. Well, I can dig that. So, loaded all these jobs, and then you click here. It's pretty legit. Another thing you do is you have the AI create a wrapper to output the dev console logs into a console logs file in the project. Basically just reads the file. Interesting. I mean, couldn't you just say like, hey, create a log file? Or maybe you're saying you created like an AI thing to like test it, and then maybe get the console logs or something from whatever you're running. That makes sense though. I get what you're saying. Like it's kind of easier just to attach everything rather than always like to paste. But depending on what development you're doing, like I guess the logs will be in different places. Like some will be in the browser console logs and stuff like this. But I agree, automation. So now that we have the jobs here, the next step is to like figure out which sites that we want to start scripting first. So what are we going to have? We're going to have a resume, we're going to have a cover letter. So we have some basic information about the person. So we're going to ignore all LinkedIn sites. I think that's number one. So I'm going to ask it prune all, well, let's just start with one site. We'll just say, hey, only include these sites. Okay. So if I click apply now, okay, that's Workday, right? So we start with Workday, right? That's what we're going to do. Granted, we don't know if it's Workday because it's going to go like Disney Careers, right? Who knows if this is Workday or not, right? We'd have to actually go and click apply now. Now we know it's Workday. So that's a little tricky, right? I think there's like a building process. There's like two parts, right? There's like the first part of this engine is like building the links to the right places, because we actually can't trust this API to go to where we want to go. And then the next part's going to be like having a generalized script for Workday, generalized script for this kind of site, that kind of site, something like this. You have a massive log file. Yeah. Cool. Let's see, 1 second. One moment here. I think I'm going to try the warp one. Did I already install it? Oh, yeah, I did. Cool. I'll sign up here. Best describes my role. I always hate when they do this. And okay, I can't skip. Good. No, thank you. Okay, cool. Got it. So I'm going to open my projects folder in this warp thing. Cool. Oh, so it is like an IDE, I guess. It's not, because you can also, it's not just like a, well, I don't mind that actually, because usually they give you free credits, so I'll use this for a little bit. Let me look at their pricing out of curiosity though. So 1,500 credits per month, $20 a month. Granted, what is a credit? Also, you need to get to the endpoints of each site. Yes. we want to get the jobs from and where the jobs are stored. That is right. And also another idea is to give option for people to post jobs, but they have to be paying or by the company. Yeah. The thing is there's a bit of conflict though, right? Because like the the employer probably doesn't want people auto applying to their job. I mean, not really. So chances are they'd never post the job. They'd be like, I don't want 10,000 resumes. So there's a little bit of conflict there. That's why they're trying to prevent us like from scripting their sites and stuff, or like making it hard. Hello, new here. What are you coding? I'm working on like this. I have a few projects, but right at this moment, I'm working on this. Let me pull it up here. It's like a job site where you can put in a resume, cover letter, and job description, and it would generate the new resume and cover letter based on the job description, right? But the interesting part of this is the auto apply, which there exists auto applies, but I want to try to make it a bit better than what currently exists. There's some problems with the ones that currently exist, like they don't allow you to like approve what jobs to apply to. They just start going. They just start applying to everything. They're like I don't want to apply to Amazon 14 times. Like, I don't want to apply like, I want to be able to have a process of like, hey, here are the emails, here are the list of jobs you can apply to, and you just go through and like checkbox. That's kind of what I want personally, which I couldn't find that particular thing. The AI runs until it feels like it's completely hey, the Kenneth, I'm working on an auto apply for jobs. I feel like a lot of people have seen like there's like ads on this kind of stuff, but like I said, I'm trying to make mine a little bit more, I guess it kind of protects your credibility a little bit because you can preview it before it auto applies for every job. Like, hey, this is the information I put in. Are you okay with that? Hey, Andre. Well, I like Opus 4.5, Gemini 3. Those for me are the top. So yeah, that's what I'm using for that. Specifically within Jaylen.ai, I'm using Cloud Sonnet, but I'm probably going to change it. But for developing it, I'm using Opus 4.5. I'll change the model probably to be the better one soon. All right, cool. So let's maybe start the first part of this, right? I mean, the first part of this is we need to plan. Like, we kind of have a general idea of how this is going to work. So it's like, number one, and this is kind of what I do when I'm just kind of breaking it into parts a little bit before plugging it into the AI to kind of talk about it. Like, number one, we have to get to the final part. Actually, I can just speak. I forget I enabled whisper flow. So we have to get to the final parts of each URL application link. Right now, the API gives us a link that doesn't get us all the way to Workday. It's usually going specifically to Disney Careers, for example, a specific site. And then so we have to jump ourselves to the next point to see what the actual place is that we are scripting. So we need to build a database of actual application links for a specific job ID. Okay, so that's the first part, right? Once we have that, right? Once we have a list of job IDs to the right place, Then we're going to build a generalized, and I think I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to start with the Workday scripts before this first part, because this first part's going to be a little boring. And I'll need to plan a little bit on how to, I might even switch APIs, because maybe there's another API that, like this JSearch, it doesn't go direct to the right place. Maybe there's another one that does, so it's worth a little bit of experimentation on the first one. Let me read your guys' comments here. Yeah, within, great, yeah. Another thing is give the users the ability to not have it apply. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, because it's like super annoying. You start an auto apply and it's like, Jesus, man, like they're gonna think I'm insane. First of all, you have no idea what they're putting in to the jobs. So like, who knows? They put in some AI gibberish or something. If they're asking a question, like because they don't send you an approval. So to verify and validate that it's okay to send that application. Or show jobs that can't have drive. I've never seen a job board give users exactly. Yeah, exactly. Basically, it can be done better, right? Like there's auto applies, but they're just kind of like not super great. Exactly. Yeah. What are you using for the database? I usually just use something simple, SQLite. I pretty much always just keep it simple. I'm not doing anything too complicated, so. Okay, so now I'm gonna start with the second part. So the second part, we're just gonna start with Workday, because Workday is the most annoying site ever. So we're going to build a generalized script for Workday. This script should start at the sign-in or the register, because you have to register, and then with Workday you have to register and then you have to sign in, and then you can start your job application. So we're going to have to build a plan first, and we can put this in plan.txt. How exactly would be the most effective way of building this script using an AI model? We want this to be a process to which we can repeat on a lot of different types of sites. So we want an efficient, probably Python Selenium, but let's come up with a plan. So when I do this, I'm just sort of putting my thoughts down, and then I'm just going to talk with AI a little bit, kind of plan what I'm going to do here. And what I do is I go to you can get a free year of Gemini 3. So I usually do all my discussions. I usually do all my discussions on the web, Gemini 3. So I'm gonna pull that up here. So I don't want to waste money for no reason. Okay, pull it up here. Okay, cool. Make sure I'm not showing anything too weird. Okay. So plug that in. I'm gonna give it a little bit of context here. I'm gonna give it I'll give it the first step too, but just say we're starting with the second step. Ideation on the second step. So what do you think? How should we approach this? No. With the Asian? Jesus. Starting with the approach. It's not even close. Right. Put that in here. Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, Whisperflow is probably the best, I think. I haven't really tried other ones, so I just kind of assume it's the best, because I see other people using it. You think Mural is the simplest for you? I've never tried a Mural, but I'll note it down. Um, I definitely have a lot to, like, just generally learn from people, so, I'm definitely, interested to try some things that I haven't seen. Where does my terminal go? I keep a thing for notes. Here it is. Okay, check out Mural SQL. To show a previous of the application before sending it. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can either reject it or be like, hey, in the future, do this, and it will iterate it with the AI. That script that it's running for that specific job application link. And maybe we even put like a report feature, right? Like a report option. So people can say, hey, this is not working at all. Please fix it.
Feel the earth, hear the sound.
Okay. So let me go back to our chat that we were doing. Workday is notoriously difficult to automate. Yes, of course. They put all their work into that instead of making their site easy to use. Okay, so strict session management requirements. That's right. You do have to create a unique account every time. Make this generalizable and repeatable. It's not hard code a scraper. I mean, if we could accomplish this, that'd be pretty cool. If we just had literally any generic job board, and the AI agent could somehow figure out how to apply. I mean, maybe we should just start with that. Like, just be ambitious. Let's just try to, maybe out of the bat, just try to work on that problem. I've never tried that. I mean, if we could do that, then obviously there's more room for error if we're doing something like this. Go finalize Workday application. So it interprets the DOM, and then it'll just click around, I guess. So create a lightweight function. I'm gonna change the song here. Yeah, we maybe have a generalized, like we give instructions based on the URL, maybe a little bit. Potentially. Workday auth flow. Count. Oh, it often requires email verification codes. That's a super pain in the ass. Does it really? I don't remember I had to do that. Let me double check. So the AI-driven semantic navigation. Yeah, that's fine. Right, and that obviously costs money, right? So there's that practical consideration of building that kind of... actually, now that I think about it, yeah, we probably don't want to do it that way. Just out of practical consideration of how much that's going to cost. we should build scripts that mostly work. Maybe when they don't work, we could do a little bit of iteration on the scripts. Like, let's say something, this little some small change that has been made, and you feed it the script. That's what I'm doing actually with the current that AI analyst app. Basically, I keep feeding the script back into it. So we could do something similar where it's like we have a generalized script for Workday, right? If it doesn't work, then only then do we feed this current script back into AI. That would just save quite a lot of money here. Okay, let me read here. So Workday does require email verification codes when applying for jobs. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to rethink that a little bit. I'm going to ask, so how can we get around this Workday requiring an email to apply for? I mean, we can't really create an email for each person, and we certainly can't access their email for an auto apply. So what choices do we have realistically? You're new to programming in high school with this profession. You really want to be a programmer. I feel like it's just one of those things that it's going to allow you to build a lot more. So my personal belief is that we're going to 100x the code that's out there. So there's going to be a lot of problems, like pesky problems that come up when you do that. So there's going to be a lot more apps. And so I think software engineering, there's always going to be some elements of like, and perhaps it's in security. I would bet security. It kind of makes sense. If you have 100x the code, 100x the vulnerabilities, AI is going to miss some things. Because it is kind of like, it's one of these battles where you have an attacker using AI. You have the people using AI to secure their code, potentially. Okay, but it's going to be a constant race. So that would always create some problems, you would think, anyways. I guess if I was in high school, what would I do? Maybe security. Like if I was looking for like a good job that like probably has long-term. Can AI replace security? Probably not in the foreseeable future. Anyways, I'm just spitballing here. I don't really know exactly what's going to happen. I just, I think for me, I use the tools because I like using them and it's fun. Whether or not software engineering exists in its current form for a lot of the current jobs, I don't really know because I've worked these jobs. And a lot of it is sort of just, I mean, there's the high level stuff of, you system design and things like these, but a lot of the, especially as a junior level programmer, you come in, that kind of stuff, and it's for every job, right? Junior level investments, IB kind of stuff, like you come in, like you're mostly doing financial models, a lot of grunt work. It's the same thing in software engineering, right? You come in, eventually you're not really coding. Like software engineering, most of the job ends up being not coding. Once you're 5 years into the career, sort of a lot of meetings, a lot of design, a lot of just like considering possibilities. That kind of stuff is for the immediate future. We still need that, but it does make it harder for juniors. It's all about the person behind the app. If they have passion for the project. Yeah. I think another area is kind of cool. Like, okay, so security is maybe one, but another one is, first of all, anything on the frontier. Obviously, like if you go into heavy research, that's obviously you're protected there. But another component is mission critical stuff like robotics, things that have to work with 100% certainty. There is no room for error, medical equipment, airline software, things like this. there's less of a. I'm sure you'll be using, you know, AI to create a lot of tests and but the actual core code is going to need rigorous testing from humans. Um, I think. So maybe that's another area. Again, I'm just spitballing, but if I'm thinking about like what's secure as a job. Since Workday instances are isolated, you're technically forced to register a new account for every single company. You cannot bypass this. The catch-all email relay. Okay, so this is already a thing that apparently we know. Wait, let me look this up. I'm gonna check that one out. I haven't tried this one yet. So they use a standard proxy email. They buy a domain. Okay, well, we can do that. That's fine. I mean, I'm surprised Workday allows you to do that. You'd think like after a certain amount of applications on the same email. Oh, granted, you keep changing the beginning part. That's right. Um, so, okay, that kind of makes sense. Yep, that all makes sense to me. Oh yeah, the the lazy apply. Yeah, I mean, I tested these auto applies like 6 months ago, so guaranteed, not guaranteed, but pretty close to guaranteed. Like some of these are new, and possibly vibe coded. Definitely does has a certain look to it. Okay, so yeah, I definitely think the choice number 1 makes a lot of sense. I already have a domain, so for this project, so just use that. I don't really want to do that right now, though, so I'm just gonna move on to the next step, which is basically scripting that register, and then we're gonna assume that we get the verification code. I'll just fill it in. We'll do this part later. So I'm just gonna put a note here. So let me put this in the design. With all the random gradients. Wait, let me look again. Yeah, I'm sure a designer, right? You can see stuff that I can't. I mean, it definitely does look like the most generic resume GPT. I mean, it's expensive, man. Look at that. $100. Oh, that's per year. So, sorry. Just defaults per month. 100 per year is not bad for 15 applications a day, actually. Huh. I might actually just try this because I haven't tried this one yet. Maybe it's actually good. In which case, yeah, okay. I might put a pin in this for now because I want to try some of the new ones, right? Because it was 6 months ago since I tried these. I had complaints 6 months ago. I need to reevaluate probably and say, hey, there's actually new ones that can do the things that I wanted. In which case, I will move on to the other projects that are honestly a little bit more fun. So I'm not really too too disappointed to put a pin in that one if need be. So to be totally honest, what I want to work on is this music site, and I think I might, because there's so much we can do with this. I mean, again, like money-wise, I don't know who would ever pay for this particular website, but there are some unofficial Suno APIs, which, hold on, let me change the shader. Okay, because some of these are worked on my old laptop, but this laptop is shitty. But so there are some unofficial Suno APIs for generating music, and I want to add that here. So we add the music, then we can create our little music video thing. And I think there was like a bunch of other shaders I wanted to add too. Oh, right, and I wanted to have this one like actually be the wave of the sound. They just want you to buy that more. Oh yeah, wait, that's a good point, Find Destiny, because I don't even see a monthly option. I don't even see a monthly option. Honestly, that might be... Wow, this is so like... First of all, okay, that's really... It just has the user's name. I mean, there's no way that's real. That would be a huge privacy consideration. Yeah, I'm actually gonna just put in some stupid email. I'm not gonna give him my actual email. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check this out later, but the problem is, yeah, if you can't select monthly, that's kind of disqualification, for, I'm sure, for a lot of people, including myself. Also, they make you commit to a year. That's a little bit... Yeah, you're right. So what are we listening to? Russian army music or something. 15 applications per day for 100 and 100. Wait, let me look again. 15 applications per day for a year for 100 and 150 for... Yeah, you're right though. So 10x. That sounds a little bit too good to be true. Also, 1,500 applications. I mean, like, there's just no way. Like, you'd be applying to every job on Earth, right? I mean, what is that? You'd be applying to 500,000 jobs a year, roughly. I mean, it's a little ridiculous. Yeah, I'm with you. Plus, it's always a giveaway with the... Whenever I see this, I just know it's a little bit... It's going to be a little scammy. Because, like, this doesn't come from anywhere. It's just like, they just definitely put this as text. What would it be? Google reviews or something? Anyways, I'll stop shitting on that guy's project. But yeah, I think it's definitely, regardless, still worth to check out what the recent job auto applies that exists, right? And test them out before I continue building the other one. Also, if you guys have any ideas, so obviously other sites have this covered as far as the resume, cover letter, job description thing. If you have any ideas for like what else, auto apply for me makes a lot of sense. Like, but maybe there's something else you can go here with this. I think jobs are a nice space because like obviously people are always going to need jobs. So it's like, and granted, you can maybe market even if you don't have the best like project. You could, if you're maybe somehow really good at marketing, which I'm not, but maybe I could learn somehow. You know, maybe I use some. I mean, I do know Meta's changing their ads to be a lot more top down, where you say your goals and it builds something. Maybe there's like going to market this as a thing that people would purchase. Not really sure. So I guess I should explain what this is because I don't think I ever did. But it syncs the music to the visual. I need to get some audio though. Oh, thanks, Fine Destiny. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna find the Suno unofficial API, and I'm gonna try plugging it in here. That way we don't have to upload music every time. Plus we can maybe build our own little editor, because I noticed the Suno Studio is like legit not super great. Like I tried to do a bunch of things and I couldn't. So maybe we can make it a little bit more simple, and I just want to basically like change a part of the song. I can figure out how to do that with maybe the unofficial API. It's possible. Oh, let me read this real quick. Okay, interesting. Uh, well, this isn't really very active. So 7 months ago. Are there any others? Oh, I'm gonna change this. Actually, this is way too much energy. It's not my emotion right now. I can't believe some of the songs that I saved. I'm gonna remove this one. Okay, where did my tab go? Well, interesting. Is it this one? Oh my god. That's horrible. You use Perplexity to do that kind of searching for me. Oh yeah, that's a great point. Right now I'm searching like a old grandpa. Let me look it up instead. We want to know which one's the most widely used, right? That's effectively. I feel like multiple people have mentioned Perplexity at this point, so I guess I should give it another shot. It's been a long time since I used it. OKDex is a server that you deploy locally or on Vercel. Interesting. Actually solves the CAPTCHA challenges. I see. Okay, so this is not really what I wanted. I kind of thought there would be somehow another way to do it, somehow. Because that means I could only really use this for myself, which is not... I mean, it's kind of fun, but... I think that's my line. Like, it has to... I can at least see other people using it. Cool. I think I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back a bit later. I have some errands to run, but I'll be streaming later today.